now for Donald Trump to sign the paperwork and open it.
If it was about full disclosure, there's two questions you should ask every Democrat in the House and Senate.
I'm trying to see if he's
Why
going
didn't you bring this up during the 4
really
years of the
televise
Biden
it
administration when the Biden DOJ had all these records
You know,
the
do
entire
his,
time? Nobody ever said a word about it.
reality
They didn't
TV
care. Now it's the
thing. You know
biggest
how
thing in the
Trump
world.
is
Didn't matter
here.
at all.
He gonna put
what
it
Joe
on full
Biden had the
display
files.
and talk a little
Secondly,
bit,
if they're for
blame it all
transparency,
on the Democrats,
and they really want
and
all
then
this to be
sign
out
it,
and there's
you know,
such
and open up the
urgency, then
government.
why did they vote
And just
down
like,
the
well,
unanimous consent to
the
pass
thing
the consent
is,
petition tonight?
all
I
it
can't answer that
did was
question, but
push
they
it
should.
back.
And every one of
So
you
it's
should ask them
open
about
for
it.
right
Yes.
now. We can get a possibility. Hey, what's up? We can get it's a possibility that
subsidies, others have alternative plans. Now that you're
I think
and this January 30th deadline.
January 30th. Thank you. January 30th.
Any one of those measures potentially on the floor.
They pushed the date back to January 30th, so we might still go back into another shutdown
ACA extension on the floor. What
come
I have
January
said from the very
30th,
beginning, and we've been
because
consistent about this
this
from
opening
day
up the
one.
government, all
The
it
first order of
does
business was to get the government open
is
and
just
working for the
push
people.
back.
It's the most basic
Because remember,
responsibility,
we
and we
still
finally got that done tonight. And I
got
said,
this
as soon
healthcare
as the government was
stuff
open,
that's
we
what
turned
they're
our
really
attention
going back and
to
forth
healthcare
about.
and all the other issues
So
that are
this
out there.
opening up the
We are
government,
willing to
all
work
it
and
does is
have
just
always
pushes
been
it
willing to
back.
work in good faith with anybody in this
Because
building
one thing they
who wants to
didn't
bring
want
down the cost of
is for this
healthcare.
government
The Unaffordable Care Act,
to be closed
the ACA,
down
is
during these holidays,
exactly
guys.
the opposite of what they promised it. When the
Chad,
Democrats
there's one
passed their
thing they
healthcare
did
law
not
back in
want
2010,
for this
you'll
government to
remember
stay
the average
closed
American would have their
all the way
premiums,
through
reduced
income
by
tax
$2,500.
season.
They
So,
sold it to you, and that was
right
not true.
now, they
And I think
opening up
people
the
that drew it
government
up knew it was not true,
because of
and
the
the person knew it was
holidays.
a lie.
That's
The
my
people that were
opinion.
the architects of
They're opening up
Obamacare,
the government
ACA,
because of the holidays.
wanted single payer.
Now,
They
when
designed a
January
system that
30th comes,
knew, they had to know, because they're really intelligent folks, was going to implode
it's
on
a
itself. They knew
possibility
that it was not sustainable.
that the
And
government
what
could
has
get
happened
shut
since that
back
time,
down
we're going to be
again.
going through this in great detail.
In
Next
my
week, get ready.
opinion, the reason why they really opening up this government
American healthcare
ain't got nothing to do with no food
It
stamps.
didn't have anything to do with the Republican Party. It was
It
the
has
Democrats.
everything to
They're
do
the ones that gave you the
with,
Unaffordable Care Act. They're the ones that have been trying to subsidize it and
travel.
and add to it ever since. We're the ones that have been trying to fix
All
it.
these
The Republican
plane
Party has.
flight
What's happened
delays.
since the Democrats wrecked American healthcare.
That was a
is your
big.
premiums have gone up by
Hey, what's up, John
60%,
Smith?
some
Appreciate
cases
you for
more.
coming.
And it's going to go up.
That was a
So
big,
their
big,
solution is
big
right now they want to subsidize
thing
it further. They want to subsidize insurance companies.
when
They
it
want
comes to
the COVID
travel,
extension.
because
It was
a lot of
created
people are
by
trying to travel.
the
It's
Democrats
Thanksgiving,
themselves. They created the subsidy,
which is coming
They're
up
the ones that put
just
the
like
expiration
that.
date of December
And then
31
plus,
2025 on that. They knew it wasn't
all
gonna be
these
permanent because it
lawmakers,
was a boondoggle. And now
what
they're
they're
trying to claim it's
doing,
Republicans' fault.
they
The
are about to
Democrats
go
created
on
it. The Democrats
vacation.
broke it. The Democrats
That's
are
why
driving your costs
once
up.
they struck
Who are you
that
going to
deal,
trust to fix healthcare? It's the Republican Party.
once they
Because
struck
we
the
have
deal,
volumes of ideas on how to do this, on how to
they
fix it,
hurry up
how
and
to
got the
drive
House to
costs
come in
down,
and vote
and how
real
to
quick.
increase access to care,
After this,
quality
when
of care, and
Trump,
you're going to see
well,
all that
right now,
vigorous
since
debate.
they
So,
voted,
to answer
they
your question,
voted
is
about an
America
hour
can't vote
ago,
on ACA,
you know,
unreformed,
and to set the
COVID-era
to
subsidies
open
that
up
is
the
just a
government.
boondoggle to insurance
So
companies
now,
and robs the taxpayer.
what's
We got
going
a
to
lot of
happen
work to
is
do on that.
any second,
The
we
Republicans
waiting
would
on
demand
Trump
a lot of
to sign the
reforms before
paperwork.
anything like that was
Boom,
ever
just like
possible.
that.
And we have to go through that
Abracadabra.
deliberative
The government
process.
will be back
We have
open.
435.
So let's listen to Johnson right here.
Of the House of Representatives. There's a lot of opinions.
Listen to old Johnson.
Certainly a lot of opinions on how to fix healthcare and make it more affordable. I have to allow that process to play out. I'll leave you with this. The biggest objection that I had to Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries, who were playing political games with people's lives when they shut the government down, was Chuck Schumer came out and said the quiet part out loud. I don't think he realized he has no self-awareness, but he came and cried to all of you that I would not agree to go into a back room and make a four corners agreement on these issues. That just he and I and Hakeem Jeffries and Leader Thune would go in a room and make this decision for the entire population of America and block out all of our colleagues as if they had no voice in it. That is why Washington is broken. That's why Congress hasn't worked well for people. That's why they don't have a lot of faith in what goes on here. And I'm committed to trying to restore that faith. And one way we do that is we get back to regular order. We allow all the duly elected members of this body to have their voices heard. I'm not playing games, and Chuck Schumer, I'm not going in a back room with you and making a four corners deal on anything. And I hope you understand that. Thank you all. We got the government open. Let's celebrate tonight.
You see?
They did the right thing.
You see? This is only temporary. January 30th, as we sit and wait for Trump to go sign the paperwork to open up the government. You see, it's only temporary. January 30th. So now what we're doing right now, chat, we wait. Wait, hold up. Boxing fan, AZ Mob sent 100. Oh, appreciate you for the gift, Boxing fan, AZ. Appreciate you for the gift. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. May God bless you and your family. See, we're waiting right now for Donald Trump to come out and sign that bill to open up the government. Any second. Since I've been talking about the government shutdown, is only right that I go live for this monumental moment as this historic government shutdown is finally coming to an end. Thank you, boxing fan. Send another 100 gift. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for coming through and rocking with me. You could be anywhere else, but you come to rock with me, and I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, chat, but this government shutdown that's about to end for temporarily, the real thing is about the health care, about the Affordable Care Act subsidies. So they got a lot of negotiating to do from now until January 30th. And those subsidies are due to expire in December. So a lot of people that got Obamacare, if they don't extend those subsidies, a lot of people's premiums are going to go up 200, 300, some even 500 or 600%. That's what's happening. So chat, we got to be aware of that. And we got to understand, yeah, it's great that the government is opening, but it's only temporary. In other words, they just pushed it, you know. But the great news is, Donald Trump said that all of the federal workers that actually stayed gonna get a $10,000 bonus for staying down, you know. Sometimes you get rewarded to staying down. So the people that, you know, work for free gonna get a $10,000 bonus. Soon as he signed the paperwork. Soon as he signed that paperwork, they gonna get a $10,000 bonus, which is great. Also, the $2,000 checks that's coming. 2,000. Every American, not every American, but if you're up under a certain type of threshold income level, you know, you're gonna get 2,000. But they have not said what are those levels. It might be 100,000 a year. It might be 300,000 a year. It might be 400,000 a year. You know, they haven't figured that out yet. I'm glad I voted for Kamala Harris as Dry the voter. Appreciate you for joining. Bob, man, Jesus loves you. That's right, Jesus loves you too. Appreciate y'all for coming through and rocking with me. Y'all could be anywhere else, but y'all choose to rock with me. When are we going to get that 2,000? Well, Pit, they haven't announced it yet. My bet is going to be before, definitely it's going to be before the midterms, because you know they got the midterm elections coming up. So I'm thinking maybe March, April. So somewhere off up in there. They haven't laid out all the details yet, but they're saying that they're going to let us know another 3 or 4 days. Now that the government is open, now they're going to start probably talking about that more. Good time. The Don B Unit. He said this before with Doge. Still waiting on that. I think that This is the same thing, basically. So it's the same thing. Yeah, he said that about Doge, but it's not even been that long. It's barely been about what, 7 months, 6 months. So the Doge, the Doge thing, it's what it is. The dividends check. That's what the Doge is. So what he's saying now, it's the same thing. If that makes sense. But they had to get work. You know, he only been in office not even a year. So they got to get everything worked out. They had to get all those deals that I've been talking about on this channel. You know, so they got to get the money and the revenue coming in. What about the UFOs? They bailed out. Noble Gangster, I don't know about that. I know they got one, what is it, the B13 or A13? Everybody should get a check if it's from tariffs. Yeah, but they're saying that the rich people ain't getting no check. What about XRP? Is it going to take off soon? Well, let's check it out. Let's look at XRP. Let me see. I haven't looked at XRP in a while. But I know, this I do know. Once people start getting those checks, it's going to make everything run. XRP is at $2.42 right now. Let's see. XRP has been down since July. July XRP hit a $3.66 mark.
Is that a thing stop?
No, it's a crypto. Now it's down to $2.42. See that big dump? Good buying opportunity. $2.40 on XRP. Good buying opportunity. Best time to get in. Did you put on a big trade? Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. I just been dollar cost averaging in for long term. But I didn't put no trades in. On my opinion, with this government shutdown opening, I'm not expecting, like tomorrow, I'm not expecting no big run up. I might be wrong, but I'm not expecting no big run up. Pit, appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you too. Good time. Hit the like button. That's right. Nice. DCA. That's right, CH. Yeah. I'm not expecting it. I'm not expecting the stock market to go up in the morning too much because we already been going up. We already been going up. So we waiting on Donald Trump right now, guys, to come on up. Go on and sign that paperwork, and we know he's going to talk. He's going to talk. It wouldn't be like Trump if he don't come out and run his mouth after he signed his paperwork. As far as more risk play, wait, I agree to wait for the shutdown to blow over. Yeah, that's why I ain't try to get nothing in anticipation for this opening of the government.
As Caroline mentioned, we have
It might sell off tomorrow. You never know.
once again for the American people. As soon as the President of the United States took office, he issued a mandate to rid America of the scourge.
I've been lately. I just been basically doing my normal investing as far as long term. That's what I've really been doing lately. Hey, Michaela. Hey, Michaela, how you doing? So yeah, I just been doing my normal long-term investing. That's basically it. So what's been going on lately is, man, you never know what they might say. So I just been basically sticking to my long-term action. That's all I've been focusing on for right now. I'm good. You're handsome. Oh, thank you, Micaiah. Hold up.
This year, under this president, the FBI has seized 1,900 kilograms of fentanyl so far. That is a 31%.
CH, yeah, you never know when they are going to throw a market grenade. Yeah. Yeah, you never know.
Fentanyl precursors are what makes up fentanyl.
Man, my phone.
The interagency, the Department of Justice have been fighting hard
Let me
to
see.
seize and stop drug traffickers. We must
Hold on, Chad.
precursors, the
I'm
ingredients
trying to see something. Appreciate y'all for hitting the like button.
That was the sole purpose of my trip to China, to eliminate these precursors.
Well, it's not letting me do it.
We would suffocate the drug trafficking organizations
Trying to see something.
to manufacture fentanyl in places like Mexico. This was the first time an FBI director has been to China in over a decade and received the audience with his counterpart to address this matter directly. And again, thanks to President.
Hold on a second, Chad. Hold on a second, Chad. All right, I'm back. Appreciate you for hitting that like button. Appreciate you. How everybody doing tonight? How y'all doing, chat? How Trump could enact 2K stimulus checks. Yeah, if you're just not joining the chat, we waiting on Donald Trump to come out and sign this paperwork so he can open up the government. Any moment. We've been waiting for 20 minutes. And if you don't know, Donald Trump, for some reason, he always putting us on hold. Hey, have a good one. Good move up today. UNH. Let's see where UNH is. CH, let me check it out. UNCH. Go over here. See, that's what I love about the internet, guys. All you got to do, somebody give you a nugget, go straight to this great thing that is called a phone and look it up. Boy, it's good to be an investor in 2025. I love it. United Healthcare. Oh. United Healthcare. United Healthcare pays a good dividend. That's one company. Well, I might be invested into that company if it's inside the S&P 500. But individual stocks, I don't have any shares of United Healthcare. which United Healthcare, by looking at how this chart is looking, is a good dip buy. Let's see. Your generation doomed. Us old Jeezer.
Jesus. Big.
What generation am I, Zach? What generation am I? Let me know. Let's see if you're correct. What generation am I? Let me know. What generation am I? Let me know. You can't even read. Okay. What generation am I, Zach? I'm waiting, Zach. See if you're right. Oh, Zach. Why you want to be mean, bro? Come on now. It's 2025. It's great. It's a great time to be an American. It's a great time to be alive. You should be excited, not negative. Come on now. What does your hat say? I can't read backwards. It says the stock sniper. The stock sniper. Boom. Boom. That this logo that's on my shirt is also on my hat. What stocks you trade? All the companies that I know, like, and trust. Apple, Facebook, Amazon, S&P 500, Nvidia, Google, which owns YouTube. What time frame you use? The monthly, the weekly, and 1 minute, 5 minutes. It depends on what I'm doing. Long term, I use the monthly. Let's see who Zach is. Well, Zach, I didn't want, well, you timed out. Because we don't like to block people over here. This is the freedom of speech channel. Yeah, you can come over here. You know, I like to talk to you. You know, maybe turn that negative energy into a positive. That's what I was gonna try to do. You day trade or just buy and hold? I do both. I do both. I mostly day trade NVIDIA, AMD, and and the SPY. Sometimes, if I'm feeling myself, I might day trade SPX. But mostly I stay day trading the big blue chip companies. I stay away from the penny stocks. I don't support Trump, but respect your hustle. Avonsky. Oh, appreciate it. Appreciate you for coming through. Wait, let me cut it back on because we don't know. I got sidetracked. Let's see what's going on. Appreciate y'all for joining me. We got 6 likes. Appreciate y'all for coming and showing support. Y'all could be anywhere else, but y'all rocking with me. And I appreciate it. All right, he's here. He's there.
Economy, middle income workers, low income, everybody. The biggest tax cut in the history of our country. And it's no tax on tips, no tax
Here we go.
on Social Security, and very importantly, no tax on overtime. You work overtime, there's no tax. That's among the things that add up to the biggest tax cut in history. And one other thing, you hear about rich people with deductions. Well, when you buy your car and you borrow money, you're allowed to now deduct the interest on that loan. So you can take that interest deduction and what you can take is that interest payment and deduct it for income tax purposes. That's a tremendous tax cut right there. But it all includes fixing the healthcare system that Democrats broke with the disaster known as Obamacare. Obamacare was a disaster from day one. It's done nothing but go up. And if you remember President Barack Hussein Obama, when he came up with this crazy idea, he said everything's going to be great. Rates are going to go down. Payments are going to go down. Everything's going to go down. It went the exact opposite, with the biggest increase of healthcare in any country. It's a disaster. And I'm calling today for insurance companies not to be paid, but for the money, this massive amount of money, to be paid directly to the people of our country so that they can buy their own health care, which will be far better and far less expensive than the disaster known as Obamacare. And I've had, I think, great support. I've even had Democrat support. So we want the money that would be going to the insurance company, which is hundreds of billions of dollars. Their stock prices have gone up by 1,000% in many cases, 1,000% over a short period of time, because our country stupidly pays them so much money with this Obamacare scandal. So I want the money to go directly to you, the people. And you go out and you'll buy your own health insurance and you'll negotiate different plans and you'll get much better insurance and you will be an entrepreneur for yourself. So I'm always willing to work with anyone, including the other party. We'll work on something having to do with healthcare. We can do a lot better. We can do great. So much money is involved, and we're willing to pay so much money to the people. So we're going to pay a lot of money to the people. They're going to go out and buy their own health care, and we're going to forget this Obamacare madness. So with all of that, I just want to tell you the country has never been in better shape. We went through this short-term disaster with the Democrats because they thought it would be good politically, and it's an honor now to sign this incredible bill and get our country working again. Thank you. have questions. I think.
Yeah, they got questions.
I think we really have a really great situation. We have a country that we love, and we have a country that's in great shape. As you know, we have it's over $18 trillion invested in our country by other people and countries. That's a record. There's never been a country that had so much, and that money's going into also building new auto plants, new AI plants, new everything. We've never had a time like this. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys for going. Thank you.
It's a great day. Well done.
Well, that's it. But what he did say is those, if y'all caught it, those subsidies, health insurance subsidies, instead of that money going straight to the insurance companies, he said that he's going to give it to the people. Let's rewind it.
All right, we just
So if you don't understand how that works,
to all of you that I would not agree to go into a back room and make a four corners agreement on
let's
this
rewind it so we get a clear
issue.
understanding.
And Hakeem Jeffries and Leader Thune would go into
Having stock prices this high, none of them. In fact, I just asked them that question. None of them would have believed it. And that inures to jobs and, very importantly, to 401ks, which have also set a record today, a record high.
All right.
Thank you very much. This is a big day tonight. Very important what I said to ladies because you see how good government can be and how bad government can be. People don't know what they're doing. For the past 43 days, Democrats in Congress shut down the government of the United States in an attempt to extort American taxpayers for hundreds of billions of dollars for illegal aliens and people that came into our country illegally, from gangs, from prisons, from mental institutions. They wanted to pay them $1.5 trillion, which would have really hurt our healthcare businesses and our recipients at levels never seen before. Today, we're sending a clear message that we will never give in to extortion, because that's what it was. They tried to extort, the Democrats tried to extort our country. In just a moment, I'll sign a bill exactly like we asked Democrats to send us all along, many days ago. This cost the country $1.5 trillion, this little excursion that they took us on. Republicans never wanted a shutdown and voted 15 times for a clean continuation of funding. There's never been a time when one or the other party ever didn't sign a continuation. It's just a continuation, not a big deal. It's a continuation, and we'll talk later. Yet the extremists in the other party insisted on creating the longest government shutdown in American history, and they did it purely for political reasons. I want to thank Speaker Mike Johnson, Senate Majority Leader John Thune, as well as House Majority Leader Steve Scalise, Majority Whip Tom Emmer, and numerous other great Republican leaders and congressmen and senators who are here, and frankly spent a long time in Washington getting this thing to go away. I also want to thank the broad coalition of Americans that stood with us in this fight to reopen government, including the Teamsters, the American Federation of Government Employees, the Fraternal Order of Police, AMVETS, the National Small Business Association, the American Farm Bureau, the American Trucking Association. These are all incredible patriots. Airlines for America, the Allied Pilots Association, the National Air Traffic Controllers Association, and many others, unions and non-unions. Over the past 7 weeks, the Democrats' shutdown has inflicted massive harm. They caused 20,000 flights to be canceled or delayed. They departed so many times, so late. People were hurt so badly. Nobody's ever seen anything like this one. This was a no-brainer. This was an easy extension. But they didn't want to do it the easy way. They had to do it the hard way. And they look very bad, the Democrats do. They deprived more than 1 million government workers from their paychecks and cut off food stamp benefits for millions and millions more Americans in need. They caused tens of thousands of federal contractors and small businesses to go unpaid, and the total effect of the damage their antics caused will take weeks and probably months to really calculate accurately, including the serious harm that they did to our economy and to people and to families. So I just want to tell the American people, you should not forget this when we come up to midterms and other things. Don't forget what they've done to our country. I also want to call for a termination to the filibuster so that this can never happen again. If we had the filibuster terminated, this would never happen again. And don't forget, we have another date coming up in the not too distant future. We can never let this happen again. And we should be able to pass great, really great legislation. So I say terminate the filibuster because, by the way, the Democrats will do it immediately if they ever assumed office, which hopefully they won't. Today we had the highest stock market price ever in all of the different markets. We set a record. It's the 48th time in the 9 months that I've been in office that we had this record set. So think of that, 48 times we had a record set, but today is the highest of them all. We're going to break new grounds. Nobody would have thought. I have with us not only the great political leaders, but the great business leaders of our country. They're standing right behind me and right really alongside of me. And if we would have told them a year ago that we'd be having stock prices this high, none of them, in fact, I just asked them that question, none of them would have believed it. And that inures to jobs and, very importantly, to 401ks, which have also set a record today, a record high for the people that have 401ks. And also, I want to thank Walmart because they came up with a fantastic study. It was the cost of Thanksgiving coming up and the cost of Thanksgiving from a year ago under Sleepy Joe Biden. And we're 25% lower this year than we were a year ago. And it's a very inclusive report. So I want to thank Walmart. They've done it for many years, but we believe in that. And we believe in that company. I want to also thank the 8 Senate Democrats who finally did the right thing in voting to end this craziness, this madness. But unfortunately, the vast majority of congressional Democrats were happy for millions of Americans to suffer. They really did suffer too. And the Democrats admitted, they said, well, no, we finally have a point. Even though people have to suffer, we finally have a point. And that didn't work out too well for them. But they really went out and they could appease the fringe benefits of their far-left base, but that didn't work out because now their far-left base is angrier than ever before. We actually elected a mayor of New York City who happens to be a communist. When was that going to happen? Remember I said all the time during my campaign, we will never be a socialist country, and that's right. We turned out to have a communist in New York City, and if you look at his views, those are the views of a communist, not a socialist. So this is no way to run a country. I hope we can all agree that the government should never be shut down again. End the filibuster, terminate the filibuster. It'll never happen again. So with my signature, the federal government will now resume normal operations, and my administration and our partners in Congress will continue our work to lower the cost of living, restore public safety, grow our economy, and make America affordable again for all Americans. Again, costs are way down. Energy is way down. Gasoline is at $2.50 a gallon versus $4.70 for the Democrats. And we think we're going to hit pretty close to $2 a gallon. That's like a really...
Didn't he say a couple of months ago that it was $2? Now he's saying it's $2.50.
Tax cut. It's the equivalent of that. And speaking of tax cuts, our great, big, beautiful bill is giving everybody in our economy, middle income workers, low income, everybody, the biggest tax cut in the history of our country. And it's no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, and very importantly, no tax on overtime. You work overtime, there's no tax. That's among the things that add up to the biggest tax cut in history. One other thing, you hear about rich people with deductions. Well, when you buy your car and you borrow money, you're allowed to now deduct the interest on that loan. So you can take that interest deduction and what you can take is that interest payment and deduct it for income tax purposes. That's a tremendous tax cut right there. But it all includes fixing the healthcare system the Democrats broke with the disaster known as Obamacare. Obamacare was a disaster from day one. It's done nothing but go up. And if you remember President Barack Hussein Obama, when he came up with this crazy idea, he said everything's going to be great. Rates are going to go down. Payments are going to go down. Everything's going to go down. It went the exact opposite, with the biggest increase of healthcare in any country. It's a disaster. And I'm calling today for insurance companies not to be paid, but for the money, this massive amount of money, to be paid directly to the people of our country so that they can buy their own healthcare, which will be far better and far less expensive than.
Okay, that's what I was talking about. He said that the subsidies payment that usually go directly to the insurance companies, he's going to give it directly to the people. Is that going to happen? That's big news right there. Because if you got Obamacare, if you know about Obamacare, whatever that the insurance companies are charging, the government gives the money directly to the insurance company. He's saying that they're going to change it. Well, the money, instead of the money going to the insurance company, he's going to give the money to the American people. Let me know what y'all think, chat. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section. Will it happen?
The disaster known as Obamacare, and I've had, I think, great support. I've even had Democrat support. So we want the money that would be going to the insurance company, which is hundreds of billions of dollars. Their stock prices have gone up by 1,000% in many cases, 1,000% over a short period of time, because our country stupidly pays them so much money with this Obamacare scandal. So I want the money to go directly to you, the people. And you go out and you'll buy your own health insurance and you'll negotiate different plans and you get much better insurance and you will be an entrepreneur for yourself. So I'm always willing to work with anyone, including the other party. We'll work on something having to do with healthcare. We can do a lot better. We can do great. So much money is involved, and we're willing to pay so much money to the people. So we're going to pay a lot of money to the people. They're going to go out and buy their own health care, and we're going to forget this Obamacare madness. So with all of that, I just want to tell you the country has never been in better shape. We went through this short-term disaster with the Democrats because they thought it would be good politically, and it's an honor now to sign this incredible bill and get our country working again. Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know if you have questions. I think we really have a really great situation. We have a country that we love, and we have a country that's in great shape. As you know, we have it's over $18 trillion invested in our country by other people and countries. That's a record. There's never been a country that had so much, and that money's going into also building new auto plants, new AI plants, new everything. We've never had a time like this. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it.
Well, the government is open, so people going to get the food stamps. What else did we just hear? 2,000 stimulus checks. What else? Instead of the insurance money going straight to the insurance company, it's going to go straight to the people. Let's see what's gonna happen. So I think that's it right there, guys. Let me read a few comments. Julie Johnson. Well, we can't see how much this individual is disappointed in the whole gig. Worried about all the wrong crap. Who cares if fans are here? Stop wasting our money. That's facts, Julie Johnson. Grab it hard. God bless our brave and hardworking politicians for saving us all. That's a fact. Grab it. They do, you know. They got to put a lot of work in. Good time. We shouldn't have had to pay taxes on anything. Yeah, that's right. When the government was closed, close it all down. Clap, clap, clap. Gorilla, Scholar, Coloring Book, SLRF, Horse Manure. Julie Johnson, I'm waiting. Obamacare was not bad. Yeah, I like Obamacare. It was good. But the thing is about the Obamacare, the money was going directly to the insurance companies. So the Obamacare is still going to be intact. But what he's proposing is that instead of that money going to the insurance companies, coming straight to the people. And then you go and purchase your own insurance, which is cool if they can make it work. Because the Democrats don't want to get rid of Obamacare. So Obamacare will still be intact. But the thing is, the money will go straight to the people instead of going straight to the insurance company. Yes, that could work, but they're going to change plans. Gilly, yes. What about those on Medicaid, SNAP, Social Security? Well, Julie Johnson, they just opened up the government. So the people going to get their food stamps, and then the people that's working for the government are going to get their back pay money. He has to wait till midterms to give money. I think he's going to give that money before midterms. U.S. warships in the Caribbean Sea are, ooh, whoa. I feel bad for those that have. It's going, man, this tax. I feel bad for those that have to continually suffer. Without politicians, we wouldn't be safe. Government needs a raise. Let's see. Money goes straight to the insurance companies without a promise of reducing the premiums. That's why prices today are so. Yeah, that's right. I think it's a good idea. Instead of giving the money straight to the insurance companies, give that money to the people. Yeah, I think that's a good deal. The Venezuelan government announced deployment of 25,000 troops. The borders. Yeah, I seen that earlier. Yeah, I seen that. I seen that, chat. So, it sounds good. So I just hope the people that's in the building, if you are fortunate to get one of those stimulus checks, you got to make sure you do the right thing. You know, as a matter of fact, like if you're behind on some bills or whatever, make sure you're working and catching up everything right now. You got about 2 or 3, maybe 4 months before those stimulus checks come. Well, they're not stimulus checks, dividends. Before those checks come, you got at least 3 months. Take care of your business. That way, when that check hits your bank account, you can make moves. You can find something to invest in and make it build. I'm giving my stimulus back to my government for doing such a good job and keeping us safe. You gonna give it back to them? Wake up. They will take your money. Andy. We're going to war. That's what 50 Cent told us too. Appreciate y'all for coming and rocking with me, chat. If you're just not joining, the government is open officially as of right now.
Open for business.
Carl, do you have a yeah? Gabbett Harold Hard. I'm eating at McDonald's this Thanksgiving so I can donate more to them brave politicians.
Lord have mercy.
I think you're joking, Gabbett. I think you're joking on that one, man. You got jokes. You got good jokes. You got good jokes. Hope y'all having a good night, chat. Hope everything going well. Nah, man, I love our government. I hope y'all having a good night, chat. Appreciate everybody for joining me. You could be anywhere else, but you're kicking it with me, and I appreciate you. I give them roses for Valentine's. Woo! On the good note, the government is open for now. For now, it's open. Now the negotiation starts about Obamacare, which is good. I hope that they take that money from those insurance companies and give it to the people. That's what I hope. Well, I think that's it, chat. I think that's it. That's my hour. Appreciate y'all for joining me. I hope y'all have a great night. Hope y'all have a great night. With that being said, earn, spend less, and invest. Thank y'all for joining me. It's the one and only Stock Sniper. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the like button. To the next one. I'm out. I love and appreciate y'all, chat. Y'all have a good night. Government doesn't run on hope. We need more taxes. Good night, chat. Love and I appreciate y'all.